All right, hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are coming to you live from the Coruscant Invitational here in Roseville, Minnesota. This is the culmination of the 2018 and late 2017 System Open Series, and this Invitational has a really funky format. We'll talk about that in a minute, but my co-host today is...
Devin Munkos from the Prototype Toronto League.
There you go. So let's go ahead and talk about the format.
So we're here at the Coruscant Open, so each of these players has earned an invite. It's an invite-only tournament from playing in a System Open. They've gone 6-0 in a trial, or they've come top 4 at the main event. Lukasz has come here from Poland. Juan has come here from Spain. They're fantastic players. I was watching Lukasz get practice games in yesterday. Now, both of these players, there was a Twitter poll. Both of these players are forced to take an upgrade that is free. So both of these players have to have Ruthless in their lists. Lukasz has Ruthless on Major Rhymer and a Gamma Squadron Ace, so he's going to have... Those are a 0-point upgrade, so they're going to affect our points a little bit up at the top. And Juan Garcia has worked that in on a Black Squadron Ace with Ruthless, a little a blocker there. So Lukasz is quite the bomber here. Ooh, oh, that looks much cleaner. That's great.
Yeah, it imported it twice.
Oh, well, hey.
In a row.
No, this is great. Now, he's got nothing on Jendon, which is fantastic. Those Lambdas are value. He's like...
They're very, very good, all on their own. And, yeah, I'm super excited to see how this goes. You got Empire on Empire action. They're about to get set. I love the Lego figures on Juan's. I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of the Legos. So if you haven't seen there, on the bottom left-hand corner, we do have our opening Twitch poll. If you are on Twitch, go ahead and 1 if you think Lukasz has the advantage, and a 2 if you think Juan's going to win the day. Choose your champion, essentially, is what it is. So go ahead and do that now. All you have to do is hit the number 1 or 2. And we'll close down that poll once we get close to our first engagement.
We're short a scimitar. This must be my bad.
Okay.
Or a gamma? What did I take a picture of?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 ships over there.
Yeah, we should have 5.
We should have 5 ships?
Yeah, he's got 5 ships.
Okay, well, let's fix that.
There are 2 gammas. They are identical.
They are identical. They both have Ruthless and Proton torpedoes?
Correct.
Okay. Easy fix. Copy. Copy. Boom. And that's why a copy function and a squad builder is really important.
Very useful. So if we scroll up to the top there now, he's at
203. So is it every copy?
Every copy is free, Dion.
Okay, I guess.
Every copy is free.
I had that wrong in my head.
It's crazy. Now this is a pretty standard opening from the Swarm. We're not seeing anything crazy. Jendon is doing a stop just to see where those aces are going. The Black Squadron is probably not going to be there for very long.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and break down Juan's list here. He's got that Black Squadron Ace TIE Fighter with Ruthless. That's the required card there. Sunterfell, Ace of Legend, and the Darth Lord himself, Supernatural Reflexes. His list comes in obviously just below bid-wise, and there's no ship to compete with him at Initiative 6 here. So we're going to see how Juan uses
an
that.
8-point bid.
8-point bid, okay. We'll see how Juan uses these Supernatural Reflexes to avoid arcs and all that. You know, one thing that is always debated among players is whether or not starting in a formation like this is a good idea when you don't have to be in a formation, right? So, you know, sometimes I've seen, you know, blocks like this be really successful, but sometimes when you have these arc dodgers, it can be easier to do it. Now, I know that Lukasz is a very good player. I see his name posted in a lot of different places with all his swag and stuff like that. So we'll see if and when he chooses to spread them out.
And he did defeat one of our Canadian players, Tristan Singleton from the GRX in round 1. And certainly when you see the positioning where the bombers are now, right, a bank is going to leave him open into these 2 lanes for him to either hard turn or keep going straight. And I think that he's put that in a very good position to sort of keep the aces up board. Right, they're going to stay up towards the top of the screen. And I don't know if that's good or bad yet. I think they were in neutral ground, that the aces are going to come in and try and abuse some of these rocks, get around.
Yep.
I'm surprised both players brought small rocks. Generally, at higher levels, we see everyone just by routine bringing all the biggest rocks. And, oh, no, we're not seeing a bank from him at all. He's going in for an easy kill maybe on the Black Squadron.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free TIE fighter if you can catch it, right? And, you know, another thing, you know, we do have a lot of open space here. We've got tons, absolutely tons of open space. And I think Lukasz can definitely take advantage. Okay, you know what? Here's what I was talking about. Remember I was talking about the breakout?
Yep.
Here he goes.
Yep.
So he's
he's
broken out the 2.
Yep.
And most likely this other bomber here is going to be going. Nope. He's sending one bomber out to threaten and possibly go wrangle me a TIE fighter. And
well, TIE fighters are in a rough place in 2.0, and one good munitions shot, and they just they get what in the biz we call sudden TIE explosion disease, and they go goodbye. This is particularly relevant. We've got bombers and TIE fighters on the board. We've got a local Christian Jarame. He loves TIE swarms just like I do.
Local from Canada.
From Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, in Toronto. And he says, or what he likes to say is, when a TIE fighter rolls a blank, it's like they failed you. When a bomber rolls an evade, it's disrespect. So there, we've got a barrel roll from Jose, trying to keep the black out of trouble. Now, we saw Jendon coming in and reinforcing. Might be expecting, you know, Vader and Soontir to get shots on target this round. And certainly I imagine he's waiting to use Jendon's ability, which is very interesting. And I'm going to take a moment here just to explain what Jendon does. Jendon's sitting out there nude with the reinforce, protecting his front. He's shamed. And what he says, what his pilot ability is, and he's taken him just for the pilot ability, because he's taken no support crew, no support upgrades. At the start of the activation phase, he may spend 1 charge, and he starts with 2 charges. If you do, while friendly ships acquire a target lock this round, they must acquire a target lock beyond range 3. So next turn, maybe next turn or the turn after, we're going to see some interesting locks. Or he already did. Sorry, we've missed that, Dion. So
took some what?
No, so Jendon has spent one of his charges. There's no charges actually on Jendon right
that's
now.
fine.
And the TIE fighter. So this bomber has target locked the TIE fighter. I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And then
I didn't have anything clicked down. So
so Vader has, I believe, 3 target locks on him here. And we must have missed out on the first round. Lukasz is being very good. Juan has been very sloppy with his templates in the last 2 moves, and Lukasz is asking him to be more careful. And you can see the target locks here that are going to be following Vader. So it looks like we've already got that all piled in. So, okay. All right. So hopefully we will see some movement here. So this is very interesting with Vader barrel rolling out to range 3. And interesting positioning from Juan Jose here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to see if he can take the Lambda. I really like Lukasz's positioning, like big time. He can take these bombers, and I mean he can go this way or this way with this one, but she's gonna try to trap in this corner. I think that's the plan right now. What do you think?
Yeah, and that gets back to, I don't know if, certainly the chat will remember the last game, but if you're watching this later on YouTube, you know, you got to work aces into the corners. You got to trap them in the corners, right? I was comparing it to hockey because you got the boards. Right? You
get them into the boards.
You got to get them in the boards, right? You get them in the corner, and you can trap the aces easily, and Juan Jose, he's getting in there. Now they can get out. They're fast, right?
Range 2 here.
They're all at green. We got Supernatural Vader. He can go anywhere he wants.
Okay, here we go. So first attack, Soontir did not have the bullseye there. 3 dice, looks like 3 hits, and got an evade there. So it takes 2 on the shuttle. I do want to remind you guys that the players are not required to roll in the box. It's just a courtesy.
So we have
some
one
players
hit.
Don't want to do it.
1 hit down here by the bombers. Oh, they're remembering the box, and 1 evade.
1 evade.
Bombers are out.
All right, so that bomber's out. He's hunting that TIE fighter, and we are back to dials. So let's take a look at our Twitch poll. How are we doing down there?
Lukasz at 72%.
72%. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a strong advantage right away when it comes to the fans. So we got that first engagement, so we'll go ahead and close that down.
I don't see. This is a very interesting positioning. Vader's in a really tough place. He's certainly, I feel, going to have to use supernatural reflexes next round. The target locks have caught up finally.
Reinforced.
And we don't have charges on Jendin.
Yeah, it's just not in the overlay currently.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
There's a lot of changes in 2.0.
Yeah, there's tons.
Change log. All right.
Correct.
Things for Dion to do later.
Yeah, so I really like Lukasz's positioning, like big time. These bombers, they're such a good value. They're so cheap that you can kit them out. They have these missiles on there, and it's just a ticking time bomb, right? Vader has all these target locks here up at the top, and he's got missiles on all of them. And this bomber down here, this is what I want to take some time on. I'm curious to know, why Juan did bring out, like, why so far out with the TIE fighter. I know it's fast, but I would have really liked to see it maybe a little bit more in the fight. But with Lukasz kind of being willing to intercept here, if he can take out that TIE fighter, and then all of a sudden he can create this type of, a flank here, and he's coming in from all sides with his ships and be able to catch Soontir and Vader in the corner. 'Cause that's what you have to do with these aces, right? You got to slowly, what do they say, herd them into a spot.
Yeah, and it's certainly I expected him to be conservative last turn and then make a commitment this turn, and he was much more aggressive than I expected in his positioning, but has taken both lanes and is threatening all of Juan's pieces here, and he has afforded himself the ability to have a more conservative move this round. Right, I don't expect big moves from many of the ships. One banks from the wall. Oh, and there we go. And that'd be interesting to see if we do a one barrel roll for positioning, or if we take out just the focus.
Just keeping it real.
TIE fighter can go anywhere in front of it, but I think if you think about TIE fighter style, it can go anywhere in its own arc, essentially.
Yep.
Right? But he's covered its entire arc with his entire arc, and it's that Black Squadron's probably going to be eating a
missile, a proton torpedo, right? Oh,
bump. Now, Lukasz does not really care about the rocks because he cares about getting a shot on Vader.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep the pressure on, force him to spend the force, and get him to spend some of those modifications.
Now, I think Juan's got to barrel roll the TIE up, what I call upboard, up to the top right, and just get out of arc. That's the only way he can not get shot.
There's no reason not to get shot there if you have an ability to just get away, because he definitely was at the edge of range 3 there.
Yep. Bringing that target lock along. There's Major Reimer. Now, Major Reimer's got cluster missiles. Cluster missiles are a very interesting weapon on Major Reimer. He's going to be able to shoot twice.
Yes.
At different targets.
Yep.
He may be able to shoot Soontir and
Vader if they're in range 1 of each other.
And Major Reimer can shoot them from 0 to 3. They're a 1 to 2 missile, but he can go -1. He can go +1.
Yes, he can.
He can shoot that. He can't shoot his primary range 0, but he can put some missiles in you. A very fast move out of Soontir. That makes a lot of sense. He's got to get out of there. That's dangerous.
Yep.
That's why I expected a little more conservative a move from the bombers, the 3 forwards. But he's killing Vader.
Yes.
He's killing Vader.
That's the plan.
We've got a chunky Soontir. I don't know if we've talked about that.
Yeah, he's got
maneuver, shield upgrade, hull upgrade. Locally we're only seeing cheap, bare bones, tight, maybe juke, right, maybe predator. But outmaneuver, shield upgrade, hull upgrade. Those are with the new variable points. Those are expensive upgrades on a 3 agility ship.
Oh yeah, I mean 73 points puts them up there, almost as expensive as some force users in some factions. All right, so here comes Vader.
I'm very interested to see the supernatural reflexes here. I think that's a
it's a barrel roll.
About what I expected. All right.
So that spends 1 force.
Yep. Do we have it turned down?
Yeah, he's turning them down. You're right. Right
Yep.
there. So if we have ours wrong later on, just pay attention down here, because it will happen with all the force shenanigans sometimes.
And then we've got the charges up here for Lukasz. Oof. I mean, that's...
Vader's in a rough spot right now.
Now he can still boost.
He can. He does have afterburners, doesn't he?
Yeah. And he has his actions. He can just... He barreled. He can boost.
He doesn't have a boost action on his bar.
Oh, you're right. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no engine upgrade.
All right. Right, of course.
He has to do afterburners, which he did just flip right there.
He did just flip. So afterburners is down to 1. And he didn't do the banked one just in case it failed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think he may have boosted into Reimer's range.
This is very true. Let's see how this turns out here.
But although I would note that cluster missiles do say another target, so I don't believe that he'd be able to shoot Vader twice with the same missile.
Right.
So we're going to pull up
Let's
cluster
see.
missiles.
They're measuring range right now. So I think it's just the front guy. This is first missile there. 2 focuses, and only gets... So that was 1 with Ruthless.
Yeah, so he's Ruthless the shuttle, and so now we have 3 hits and a crit.
Yep.
And he spent his focus. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Now Dion, I think, he's spending his focus.
Spends the focus.
And he takes 1 damage, 1 shield.
That's my secret. I'm always up for it.
Okay. So, I was going to say
So
we should label the 2 gammas.
Yep.
Because the scimitar is down here. The scimitar is chasing the black. They're marking the lambda. Do we have arc? The answer is
Nope.
no. We might have range, but no arc. Scimitar, but does Jonas have a shot?
They did measure. It was just out.
Just out. All right.
All right.
That's we were talking about parallax. That's about where.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like,
that top edge of the board can get kind of weird.
It could be in, could be out. Yeah, very.
That's a good idea. Let's go ahead and mark those bombers.
Gammas. Yeah.
So we'll make blue 1. Yeah, and
all right. So I really want to see what Lukasz is going to do here as they plan their dials. I mean, the Black Squadron is going to continue to run. The Scimitar is going to come in, but he's pointed his ships at a rock, and it'll be, you know.
Yeah, he's going to have to eat a rock for sure. But if you still can keep the pressure on,
hey, he's got all his target locks still.
And he's got six hull on each of these. You know what I mean? Like it might be worth it. You're like, oh, take a couple damage. That's all right. So there we go. We have those marked. Looks like they forgot about the dice. I'll go ahead and turn the dice off. I got to remember to turn those back on, though.
That's a snazzy ability.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
I have to remember to turn the dice back on, though.
That's great.
Alrighty. So, yeah, this bomber, the Scimitar on the bottom right-hand side, that's the one I'm curious to see what he does. He did do that 1 bank. Is it the 3 bank this turn, you think? Kind of bring him in fast. Or maybe even the 3 hard barrel roll and start trying to cut off the corner there.
Yeah, absolutely. Take the inside line. Let's see.
Looks like the 3 bank.
Bank. Yeah. Well, that's a similar position, right? It's a very conservative move. Gives you arc on a lot of the TIE fighters' positions. At this point, he's just a herder. He's just a little dog. He's chasing that Black Squadron, just pushing him around.
So that's a 3 hard there. Missed the rock on that one.
That's fantastic.
He reestablishes the target lock.
This number 2 is going over the rock. And we'll see if he takes a damage, but you know, bombers are thick, they're nice and chunky. They can take a bump or two.
That thick with a K or a C?
Yeah, however you look, it's up to you.
All right, rolls up.
All right,
Looks like it was no damage. Sorry, I had turned the dice. Oh, see,
yeah,
I told you I missed it.
That's all right.
Sorry about that, guys.
If there had been damage, he would have gone.
He would have gone to the cards.
Pulled his cards. We would have seen it. And look at that. The TIE Fighter cannot get out of that arc, Dion. He's going to, no matter what. Now, you're going to focus. You're going to evade. That TIE Fighter's taking damage this round.
Yeah, the barrel roll's not going to get him out over there.
That Scimitar's going to put a proton torpedo into him. And maybe
he's
the barrel.
He's going to try?
He's going to try. Well, that might get him out, like we were saying.
He's got it. He's got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's where the board starts to get a little wonky. There's the bank from Major Reimer. I wonder if the Major's going to get a shot this round.
I mean, that arc is pretty wide, right? I mean, it stretches all the way that way. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, Suntir can't do no one forward.
Get past the line, Vader. Can you get past the line?
I think the only maneuver that puts him in it is the one hard.
Ooh, the 3 here from the Interceptor is going to get him into the side. I think that might even be bullseye.
Is it going to be? It doesn't look like a range 1. He could boost.
He could boost in, absolutely. I think, though, it's going to limit his options next turn,
but he may also be in the arc here.
That's very true.
2. But 2, they've only got eyes for Vader with those missiles.
Yeah, because 2 would have no an unmodified shot into Suntir right now.
Range 1 on modified shot, range 2 on modified shot on Suntir might be pretty good.
Okay, so he's going for the barrel roll.
Interesting decision.
That gets him out of the arc. He could choose to boost with the after auto thrusters ship ability.
Correct. And that might give him a focus. That might get the reposition in. Yeah. There it comes. Here it comes.
There it is.
Lukasz doing it for him. Coming in.
Yeah, and that's going to be range 1.
Yeah. That's some old Suntir Fel stuff. Double reposition, get the focus. And that is at the beginning of the engagement phase. All right, here's Vader. 3 hard.
Afterburners are active. Vader is currently in 3 arcs.
It's a rough position for Vader if he stays there, which I doubt he will.
And he did spend it. So let's go ahead.
I'm surprised there wasn't the supernatural reflexes there.
I think he wants to guarantee that he gets his other actions.
This may be the end of Major Reimer. But we also have to remember that the shuttle does have a rear arc.
It does, yeah. So that's... Sorry, I forgot about that. 1. So it's going to be at least 3 shots into Vader.
Major Reimer, if he survives, will be able to shoot his cluster missiles at Vader. 2 will be able to shoot a proton torpedo. He won't. He won't. Proton torpedoes are 2 to 3.
Yeah. So here is
Vader taking a target lock. He's spending more force. He spent 2 force at this point.
Yep, it's going to be down to 1.
Yeah.
And the Suntir ability go off when he engages, right? So it looks like he may have missed it. Spends it for 4.
Suntir's at the start of the engagement phase.
So he did miss the trigger. He may have set it, but...
And Lukasz taking 4 on the bomber.
4 on Reimer.
He only got to roll 1 die there. That's all she wrote. So let's see how Vader's going to do. This might be it for Reimer. Do you spend the focus 1? Do you spend the focus?
He's got 1 die. You have the targeting computer. So he's going to do it to guarantee it.
You got to spend your focus here, but I think that still kills him.
Yep.
Up to 6. Major Reimer's down.
Reimer's off the board.
One of my favorite 1.0 pilots.
Yep. No, you're good. So remember, he's actually not worth 40 points. He's worth 39.
Correct.
So 1 crit from one of these bombers. Maybe it's this Jendon.
I think this is Jendon shooting at Suntir Fel. Spends a target lock on Vader, range 1 for 1 damage. I believe this is 2 shooting at Vader. And we have evades enough to...
Yep.
Yep, so he's pulled the number 2 target lock away.
Mm-hmm.
And does the Scimitar have a shot on
Reach. Reach. Looks like it's just out. That barrel roll was money. All right, so here comes a black squadron reaching for range.
They should have done the black squadron before the scimitar, but yeah, we got black squadron shooting at, looks like Colonel Jendon, who we've taken some shields off, right? He got ruthless.
Yeah.
And he's fine. What a dodgy shuttle. So Jendon is just off the board up here with his pilot card. So
that's why.
He's beside the rest of the bombers. Interesting round. Not quite what I expected. I think when Lukasz went a little with the 3 forwards with the bombers was enough. He gave enough space there.
Yep.
On his side to let the aces around. And oof.
So yeah, so if we had a little advantage meter here, right? So advantage leaning towards Juan by losing that big piece. That Major Reimer didn't get to shoot out any of his ordnance.
Now I don't think, not to question these players' skill because or their maneuvering because they're here, I'm not. With the new bomber 3K, if he kept the target lock from number 2, 1 and 2 could have 3K'd. Right? And maybe laid into Vader, forcing him to continue to spend some of that force, right? Which Vader is very, very low on. Vader's going to want to run for a little while. He's going to want to build up some force.
He needs to take at least one turn off. At least one.
Right. So, but if you K-turn both of them have proton torpedoes coming in, right? 4 dice with 3 rolls. You don't really need that focus. I mean, it's nice, but you can push damage through, forcing him to use that heightened reflexes to get out of dodge.
Yep. I'm thinking probably Vader. I mean, he has this beeline right there. You go one-on-one with this with a single bomber.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not too bad.
Well, we'll see if the bomber switches his target lock, and he does straight here to Vader.
Okay.
So
there
he's
you go.
thinking. So if Vader plays coy and doesn't come right in, even if he does, the 3-die primary is still there.
Yep.
That's dangerous in
Jendon.
2.0.
We'll go ahead and move that marker. All right, so here come the bombers. There's
the 3K.
Like just having those options, the dial changes on the bombers is super good. They're very good.
There's the black squadron.
So looks like Juan has eyes for that bomber down there. I think that's where the strike is going to be coming.
He's been very good at putting multiple shots on single ships. He's done it once against Vader, and then or Vader and Suntiron Major Reimer, and now we're bringing Vader in. He's going to have 2-3 shots on the scimitar.
Yep. Action most likely is going to be target lock.
Taking pieces off Lucas's pieces off the board.
But he's going to look at his options first. He does only have 1 force left. But the scimitar is only initiative 2. So the question is, can I get 6 damage to the scimitar before all 3 of my ships shoot? Because all 3 of them are going to shoot.
I didn't expect 6 damage into Reimer, and
he spends the force to get that focus. So force is completely
focus is better than a force.
It sure is. It's a good trade. All right, Suntir does a focus action, and then we'll get the focus from the ability at the starting engagement.
Double focus, not focus of 8, double focus. Okay.
Yep. He's going for straight offense, and then range 3, higher.
Range 2, yeah, range 2, focus, and
he target locks, so all 3 of those are going in.
Boom, boom, boom. That's half hull on him. For scimitar. Oh. Click, 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 click. Vader
has FCS.
Has FCS.
He's actually gonna straight spend a lot. No, just FCS.
I'm not sure what's going on with the dice there, Dion.
He's changing the crit because you have to change the crit first.
Right, and then roll.
Yep. So he wanted to keep the focus. So crit. 2 crits get through.
That's not great.
Looks like there's at least a damaged engine in there. We can find that out in a minute here. Not a big deal. So he's down to 1. If the Black Squadron takes him out, might not make a difference.
That block squadron. Do you a Ruthless Vader to make sure?
Yeah, why not? Range 3, just one hit. Defending, safe.
Easy. And
that's going to be a close one.
range 3. Could have been a proton torpedo.
That's so close.
That team's in there. They're knocking plastic. 2 dice, nothing. 2 dice, 1 hit. This is Jendon on Suntir Fel or Vader.
Got it.
Easy.
All
Aces are okay-ish
Here
against
comes
2 die attacks.
Range 1 from the black.
On the scimitar. Yeah.
3 dice. You just spend the focus.
Yeah.
No ruthless this time.
It's dead.
That's going to be it.
Doesn't matter what the crits are if the ship's dead.
That's why we don't give up until the end.
Oof.
All right, so Juan is going to get 1 force back.
I think we're at dials.
Yep. We're at dials here. So let's talk about win conditions, you know. I know that obviously the points make it look like it's very heavily slated towards Juan, but I always like to see, you know, every player has a chance. You just got to play it out, right?
One good shot on either of these aces changes, evens out the game. Like either of the gammas gets a good shot.
Yep. Because those proton torpedoes, right? They're 4 dice. You can spend the target lock if you have the focus. I mean, these aces only have 3. You get in a nasty crit, that could change it.
Well,
big time.
Darth, they both actually have 5, right?
Yeah, they do. I do want to remind you guys that the camera is on the table because we were not allowed to put it on the floor, so that's why it's a little shake and bake right now. So sorry about that. And we actually have the cameras have gyroscoping lenses, so this is better than it would have been without those.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. What is Vader doing here? Oh, he's proxying him for the... Okay.
All right, so he does that 3 bank. Juan does go up 1 force there. He did do that. Let's go ahead and add it on there for Vader.
It looks like Dion Vader's lost a shield down here that we're...
okay. Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, what are you doing? Okay, so he's moving Vader. Or Suntir.
Looks like it may have been in between two maneuvers.
Yeah, I've put masking tape on the inside of all my dial covers.
Yeah.
And masking tape on the back of the dials.
Yep.
And that gives just a little bit of friction, stop it from sliding around so much. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this turns out. What I'm surprised by is Gamma 2 did not take a target lock, so only one has a target lock, I believe.
Yeah, we have a number 2 and a number 3 there on the table.
Oh, maybe he does. Okay, so we may have missed a Jendon. No, because that just does it. All right. I think
he's got 2 out there. We'll find out.
That may be an S, and that might be from the scimitar.
Yep. It looks like okay. So Suntir's going to bump.
Oh, I think he may have wanted to move Suntir first and then Vader.
Yeah, he flipped the other dial.
He flipped the wrong dial first.
Yep. It's going to be out of range there. Suntir doesn't have a target lock on him, so honestly, he's not at big risk here.
But, you know, range 3 shot.
This is the torpedoes at Vader. That's 2 hits, 2 crits. Vader responding is through a rock. 4 dice. He's got a focus token. Spends it. Natty's out.
Needs it.
He's got it.
Lukasz laughing at the table. Can't believe what's the dice. And
TIE Fighter.
range 3 through a rock. TIE Fighter's rolling all the dice in the world.
He's got it.
He's fine. I mean, I think we're doing fine here. I think Lukasz has a great position here as we continue to move through the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we have a number 2 there. Spent a proton torpedo.
Yep. Getting that right now.
You know, this is what this is part of the game. The dice variants are is something that they've increased in 2.0, and that's something we're seeing much more of. And the aces are much less reliable, and they can be real swingy. And we saw that in the last game where Guri just completely blanked out 1 round, took 4 shots, and went boom.
Yeah.
And here we have soon Vader rolling 4 green dice, and just
He got it.
4v4 and walking away.
You know, the math on that with having the 4 dice, we can just actually have a handy dandy chart here on my phone. With the focus, usually around 2.5 evades is the math on that. So definitely above average there, was able to get the 4.
And with the 1 shield down on Vader, getting another shield or a hit crit in might.
Oh yeah, that
would have been game changing.
Oh yes, I mean crits, like we talked about earlier, right? Crits are absolutely devastating in this game. They did take away the ones that you have to roll to flip them, right? They did take that away, which is cool.
That's great.
So they're like, all right, we'll give you mercy here, but when bad stuff happens, it's going to be bad.
It's bad. It's bad. I like this, bringing Jendon back in. Looks like he's on the rock, taking a hit. The sacrifices you make to get arcs on target.
You got to do what you got to do.
He's being very aggressive here with these gammas. That's what you got to do when your opponents are fast.
Mm-hmm.
Be interested to see if this gamma. Nope.
He reestablishes the lock there.
Yeah. Quick toss, lock in, target lock focus from number 1 gamma. Unfortunately, he's not going to get. He's building that kill box up there on the upper part of the board. But
you're good.
Oh, I'm good. So he's building a kill box in here, but I just don't think these aces are. There's nothing forcing them up there, and you can see the Black Squadron bailing. We may just see the rest of Juan's ships also go down board.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 34 minutes left. He doesn't. The burden of execution is on Lukasz right now. He needs to figure out how to do it now. Juan can't take too long to re-engage because he could very easily end up getting caught, on this bottom section of the board. But Vader's going to want to disengage, re-up that force, and get it done. Now, I do want to remind you guys that we are streaming live both on Twitch and YouTube if you're watching this in the future. So if you missed this live, we do events all the time. Most major premiere events for FFG in the United States. Gold Squadron Podcast is there. Now, interesting. Sunterfell breaking the opposite way as Vader, basically making Lukasz choose. Who do you want? Are you going to let Suntir run free, or do you want Vader?
And that's a much safer gamble for Suntir because there's no target locks on him.
Yep. And he's got an extra shield, and he's got an extra hull.
Yeah. Absolutely. Getting Vader to half, that's 45, 46 points. We're rounding up now, right? They announced that yesterday.
Yes, that's important to note.
One of our players made sure all of his ships were odd points so that they would all round down, and now they're all rounding up.
Yeah, dang it.
But we're seeing here, so that would be the equivalent of 94 points, so 47.
Yes.
Right, so that gets him halfway to the 77 he needs. A boost from Suntir for the focus. He's going to eat 2 shots and put some pain into Jendon.
Yeah, at range 3, he'll have his focus at the start of engagement. There it is.
It might be 2. I bet you a shiny penny it's 2.
2.
2? All right. We're rolling dice?
Yeah, 2.
Range 2.
All right. So just 1? He's
Just
not going
1?
to spend the focus?
Oh, it's too dangerous.
Yep.
And Jendon takes another one.
It was obstructed. That's the reason for the extra dice. As they're cancered just a little bit.
No shots on Vader, although the scimitars do. There's one hit on Suntir. And let's see. Paint. And the next one.
Range 3.
No, focus for 2.
Got it. So Suntir ends out that clean, right? He didn't lose that shield?
Nope. Suntir's nice and good. A little limited as to where he can go next turn, but Vader has got to be up on force. Oh, no. Is he forgetting to recharge his force?
He forgot to recharge it this last turn.
No, that's is that a may or a must, or like how's FFG ruling it here today? Do we know?
Don't know.
Solid. It's great. Okay. I'm sure when they figure that out, they'll ask FFG for us.
Yeah.
And Jendon does not shoot this round as he's on rock.
Because he's on rock, yep. He's on that corner.
He took that extra
there.
shield at the beginning of the round. Lukasz must be very frustrated right now.
Yeah, I mean, his opening positioning I really, really liked. But the fact that Juan was able to get both Vader and Suntir into Reimer's face, wiped the bomber off, and followed it up by killing the scimitar here in the center the following turn, that really just swung it
I think it was
way.
the 3 forwards here. Certainly, if it were like shorter moves, then Vader and Suntir don't get around that formation quite as easily. Interesting maneuver here. Banking on Vader coming in. Oh, and he's starting to split his guys up, getting the Gammas apart. We'll have Jendon coming in maybe for a block here. Number 2 is switching his target. Or what do we have? We have 2 here and 1 here. So I don't know if we need to move the updates around. Ship numbers. Yeah, that's so the one in the front is number 2. Yeah, and then this. Yeah, perfect. And then so number 1 has target locked. Suntir fell now.
And that TIE fighter's coming around, and it looks like the plan for Juan is he's creating a kill flower. He's just coming around.
Yeah. Well, I think Jendon is stopped. Interesting. So Jendon stopped on the rock. Did he roll again? We must have missed that.
We might have missed it.
So
it's not like we're busy doing 100 things at the same time.
So supernatural reflexes on Vader.
Yep. So he's gonna.
So we're gonna get a token spend down here. So he forgot to regen the token. He forgot to spend the token.
Evens out, right?
In the balance.
In the balance of the force.
Okay. All right, we're good. And Suntir fell. Yeah.
Suntir's going to get blocked. So he's going to be taking no shots, though. Because Jendon's still on the rock.
Yeah.
So it works out. Gets a focus for fun if he wants it.
See, I was expecting like a 1 bank from Jendon, set up the block. It's at range 1 from the bomber, but you know, 3 dice on 3 dice.
Yeah.
You push damage through.
Alrighty, so that's that proton torpedo at Vader. Quadruple crits, baby. All right, here are the dice.
That's a
triple natties, and it looks like Lukasz is he calling it or just?
He just called it, I think. That's game. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was just like a hell of a roll handshake, or no. I think it was just a hell of a roll handshake.
Just a hell of a roll. All
okay.
Right. I mean, 4 crits and Vader takes
1 shield, which I'm about to get right now. There we go. Before we go too far, I do want to mention that our stream this whole weekend is brought to you by our Twitch Prime subscribers. Don't forget to hit that button every 30 days. Thank you to our patrons, the largest group of supporters of the Gold Squadron podcast has. And we are only, I have to double check. Let's see. We had needed a couple more patrons in order to get to that 400 round, that 400 level. That way we can get it. So we're still creeping towards that. And we are sponsored this event by Curled Paw Creatives. Use the coupon code Coruscant18 to get 15% off of all X-Wing product. Here we go.
Interesting. 5K.
He's trying to, looks like he's decided to go after Soontir. The other option that it gives him now is we know that Vader's going to move fast, right?
Yeah, there's no sense in trying to take the inner lane against Vader. Vader can just get out of dodge. So... Is the shuttle on a rock again? No damage this time. Gamma. I missed the maneuver that the Gamma did.
It was a 3-hard turn.
Okay, I was just wondering why you're stressed.
Oh.
Oh, did he barrel roll for a lock?
Yeah, that may have been it. All right, well, here we go. Soontir. Hard ones. Let's go ahead and get that.
I like both of these players' positioning. I mean, I would have rathered if Jendon had been sort of here this turn. But... oh, sorry. I've been trying not to...
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. You're good. All right. Looks like Soontir barrel rolling.
Oh, I think with number 1 we saw a reload on the proton torpedoes.
Aha. Yeah, reload is huge. So good.
Oof.
All right, so
we're waiting on Vader, and he's debating.
I like this. I like what Lukasz did here. He's got this like hourglass of death. It's like
I just don't know if anyone's going to be there.
Not yet.
Supernatural reflexes. He forgot to regen again, and has spent his final. Actually, he spent it this time. He spent the final force.
Yeah, I think we just missed the flip. Somebody said in the chat that he did flip and flop.
Or yeah, so when he went to go spend it, he realized he didn't regen.
No, it did happen at the end.
Oh, okay.
It did the last one. But anyway.
So Black Squadron, are they saying the Black Squadron's the only one with a shot? And
spends a focus. Safe.
Good. Paint all over the place. I love these like positioning turns where things get tense.
Yeah, they're tense moments for sure.
Yeah, and they're just like they're fighting over position and space on the board, and it moves from chest to go, and it's all about like where are you going to be? How am I going to be there next turn? What's going to happen? Where am I going to work these bombers are tied into green moves, but hopefully we'll see Jendon in the fight. He's pretty locked into what he can do unless he wants to be on that rock for a 3rd turn, unless he goes real fast. Interesting. Interesting. I am looking forward to seeing how things go. So again, the format is each faction had to have a specific upgrade that they had to take in their list. Rebels, it was Leia. Scum, it was Boba Fett. And Imperials, it was Ruthlessness. And each individual instance of that upgrade, although the Rebel and the Scum ones being unique, can't take advantage of this. But every instance of Ruthlessness in this list was free. And he's got the Force again this time. So
yes, we got to make sure that we mind that when we're counting our points there at the end.
Yeah. Has it come up? Yeah, because Reimer's got Ruthlessness and he's off the board.
Yep. So he's actually only 39 points.
Right.
Alrighty, so
Juan's earned 99.
So here we go. Looks like the plan is, just trying to create some space and see what we can get.
1 forward to victory, Dion.
That's right.
This is what happens when you give the Rebels, the Imperials, sorry, a 1 forward. There we go. There's a nice maneuver. Colonel Jendon coming in.
And I think, in hindsight, a couple turns back, the stop was to give him time to re-engage and be able to create a box.
Oh, my issue wasn't with the stop, but after the stop, he did a 1 forward, and I would have rather seen a 1 bank to sort of get him pointed into the middle of the board. You know what I mean?
Block here for the TIE Fighter.
Oh, can he take advantage of that block, though? No target locks on Soontir.
Yep.
He's eating 1 range 3 shot. He's got someone in his bullseye arc, so he's going to get a focus. So I'm not too worried about Soontir there, Dion.
So looks like
Or that Black Squadron, sorry.
that bomber number 1 is in Soontir's sights.
Outmaneuver is going to be triggering there. I wonder if we're going to see another one of Juan's pincer movements where he comes in, 2 aces come in and just delete a ship.
Do notice that he cannot shoot with...
Because he's reloaded.
Because he's reloaded, yep.
Oh, that's what I think we were missing last time. If you reloaded, it was they put the stress on top of the
yeah, that was it.
I think there's a very good chance that number 1 is going to go down.
7 tech.
Soontir taking an evade. He's in an interesting spot. Vader dodging most arcs. Here we go. We got some shots coming through.
Here we go. So this would be Vader or Soontir first. Looks like this is Soontir. You got 4 dice in the hands into number 1. 2 hits, 2 focus, or 1 hit, 2 focuses. He can. He's sitting at range 1. Focus evade. I think you go for
Spend
it. Right?
It. Kill it. Kill it.
3
Otherwise,
hits.
it's going to nuke Vader. Yeah, it takes 3.
3. So that's half points there.
And then let's see, Vader range 2. Oh, range looks like range 1. He picked up the extra die.
Yep.
Not what Vader likes to see.
Nope. Nope.
He does a fighter and he does a fire control.
He does.
Oh, one more.
Change 1 to a crit, and I think he's going to go ahead and spend the target lock. He's going to save the focus.
Well, he's saving the focus for after the rerolls. Yeah. Oh. He's going to go all in.
Hit, crit.
Now, if Lukasz gets that disrespect paint.
He's got it. He's got it. Just to crit. Well, I can't say just to crit, right? Crits are bad.
He's got a crit. But even a direct hit's not going to kill him.
We'll find out what that is in a minute. No worries.
Not a torpedo. 2 hits and a crit. Spends the focus. He just took a damage. Hit crit on Vader.
Yep. Hit. Crit. Give me 1 second, everybody.
Well, why don't we ask this gentleman standing right here if he could help us out with what the crits are.
I think that's damage power regulator.
All right.
Just give us 1 second here. Vader's off the board. The crit doesn't matter.
Oh, now that is what
That's
Lukasz
huge.
needed
That's
to happen here
huge.
today. Now that was killed by Jendon getting in there, getting that extra shot in.
Yep.
Just more arcs on the aces. Vader without any mods. All the force had been spent. He didn't have anything to do. Oh, sorry.
Fine.
Yep.
It's updating the overlay here. We know that there's a...
This game just got tighter, Dion. He's gotta keep his guys on Soontir now. Maybe get that Black Squadron off the board. Make it tight, bring things in. Oof. All right. I'm missing the consternation. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, we're good.
All right.
Just got to find out what that crit is. Let me go. I'll go take a look.
Oh, I asked Ryan to go do it.
Oh, he did? Okay.
No, I don't think he did.
Okay.
Doesn't look like he's coming back.
Okay, I'll go.
All right, folks. Dion's leaving me alone again. That's dangerous. All right. This has been a very interesting game, and Lukasz's positioning has been fantastic, on point, and this is the Coruscant Invitational. So every single player here is a killer. These are all fantastic X-Wing people who have spent a lot of time and effort in the hobby, honing their craft, and have spent a lot of time and energy and money getting in here. And I'd be remiss to not say, if you're in the Northwest United States, we'd love it if you came by the PTL Open in Toronto. It's happening in a couple of weeks. So these guys, they've got a tough decision to make here. They've got to figure out what's going on. It looks like Lukasz has got a lot of his dials down. Juan's got to figure out where he's going with Suntir. And Bomber 2 has he's got a target lock, but he couldn't shoot last turn because he reloaded. So, oh man, and everyone's got to remember, right, that we've got a rear arc from Jendon. So Jendon could book it to block Suntir from going down board, right, and he could get a shot on Suntir going up board, right. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they position their ships in the next turn. And then we've got a very definitive Suntir slam down there. We've got a K turn here from Bomber 1.
So Bomber 1 took what I think is a wounded pilot. It's in Polish.
It's in Polish. Now they are sharing a damage deck.
What?
They're sharing the damage deck at the top of the board. That's where Juan took his damage from.
Well, that's Juan's. Those are Juan's cards.
Both the damage decks are on that side.
Yeah,
that's
both on that side. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we've got a little bumpy bump here. Not quite what I expected. Bomber. Oh, we're drawing on the map with our fingers. Let's not smudge things. So we got Bomber 1 and Bomber 2.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Interesting here with Suntir fell. There's a little did we know, Dion, that Minneapolis, Minnesota was an earthquake central.
It has a tectonic plate under, don't you know?
Yeah.
So Suntir isn't going anywhere.
And number 2, now is that range 1? Because number 2 has a target lock. How big is that big base?
Ooh.
And it's at a little bit of an angle. It's a little bit.
It's going to be close. I mean,
it's a little bit. It's a little bit.
I think it should be 1. I mean, it's
because the base is 1, but it's on an angle. So, right?
It's range 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Here we go.
Did Suntir forget to get his focus?
Sure did.
Okay. That's number 2, taking 2 damage.
Yep.
That's number. Looks like they decided it wasn't. That's 4 damage onto Suntir. 2 hits, 2 crits.
No focus.
No focus. Focus.
Unless it's behind the ship.
Suntir just exploded. Dion.
What? Well, hold on. He has a shield though.
Shield, hit, crit.
That's a panic pilot for sure.
Ooh, and he gets a. How is? Oh, he's shooting at the TIE fighter. Okay, he's got to be shooting at the TIE fighter. Can't be shooting at Suntir.
All right, so no damage there. Oh man, that is huge. Let me go ahead and update some of this stuff. All right, so Suntir is down to 1.
Oh, the shuttle. The shuttle has a stress. It jammed Suntir, so that pulled the focus away.
Got it. Jam. And we'll try to find out what that other crit is here in a minute.
What a turn, Dion. Yeah. Like, it's coming right around.
Yeah.
I was going to do a football analogy. I know zero about football. Is there a football analogy we could put into this? We can slot in right here. They came back. There was like a long bomb, Hail Mary, something.
Hail Mary. There you go.
All right.
All right, 1 crit, and that's going to sneak through.
Ooh.
And that would have been on the shuttle.
All right. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's nuts.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what proton torpedoes do.
Yeah, the game state on our overlay is close. Again, we can't see Lukasz's all of his cards, so it's a little bit, we're unsure. We also don't know what the second crit is on Soontir. To give us, Devin, could you go check it out?
Yeah, I can go figure things out.
Alrighty. All right, so looking at some of our possibilities here, you know, win conditions. That game, that totally flips some things here. Lukasz is in the lead. We got 11 and change left over. Double stress from Panic Pilot. We're unsure of the other one. Lots of panicked pilots around here. Okay, so we have some answers.
Soontir can only perform focus actions.
Soontir can only perform focus actions.
Whichever one that is, I'm sorry.
That's damage sensor array.
The damage decks are in Polish, folks. I am
both
not going to even attempt.
Both of them, or maybe the other one's Spanish. I would guess. Right. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
It's fine.
That's damage sensor array.
Right. Yes. And the crit on the bomber. Oh no. Crit on the bombers can't go straight. Maybe I've got them reversed in my brain when I walked over here. I got ambushed by somebody.
It's fine.
Maybe Soontir can't go straight and the bomber can't focus. We'll figure it out.
Well, Soontir's going straight right now, so it can't be.
Oh. There we go. I was right. I shouldn't have admitted I thought I was wrong. 10 minutes, so we're 4 seconds behind. I'm not sure that it'll really matter.
No.
And the shuttle took damage. Because the shuttle jammed for 1 stress, and then it must have gotten Panic Pilot.
Panic Pilot, yes, for the total of 3.
Also in Polish, and got flipped over, so there was no crits on it at that point. And
do we have? Did you see by any chance?
I can
how many cards
I can double check on Jendon because that'll matter for half points.
Yep. All right. There we go. 2 hits, 2 crits. Use the Ruthless there. Two evades. And the TIE Fighter's taking 2 crits.
Crazy rolls on stream. Oh my gosh. Jendon is at 4 hull.
Okay.
So Jendon is at half. The Gammas are almost down. Both Gammas have taken at least 4 damage.
This is coming down right to the wire.
So Juan's got lots of half points. Range 1 from the shuttle.
Nothing.
One. No whammies. No whammies.
It's got it. Safe.
No. Where's the evade?
It was here.
Oh, it was way over. Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. TIE Fighter
into
misses.
the shuttle.
Nobody had an action this turn.
All whammies. They're both rushing. They're both trying to get into the next round.
Yeah, I mean, Juan.
We need to update. This is all updated.
I think this is good. If you said they are at half,
they're all.
This
at
is
half.
correct. Now, mind you, Juan actually has 1, 2, 3 points less. So he's at actually 127 points. Excuse me, 137 points earned. 1 point less for Lukasz, 129.
At this point, do you do a 1 forward with with blue gamma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Target lock the TIE Fighter, and hope you blow it the heck up.
Oh my God, I don't know.
This is a crazy game, Suntir.
This is fantastic.
I almost called you Suntir. This is a crazy game, Dion.
I mean, I got the. It's a stash. It's a stash.
You're the ace of legend.
All right. So we're waiting for our next round of dials. We got 7 minutes. We probably get 2 to 3 rounds.
I'm gonna go pop in. I mean, like, we got to get this right. I'm gonna go pop in and make sure everything's good.
Thank you so much. Looks like Force is down. I think Juan missed the regen on that. So we'll go ahead and drop that to 0. Shuttle 1 forward. Man, the fact that it has that back arc and is able to still shoot is a big deal. We know that the TIE Fighter took 2 for sure. There were 2 crits. We're not sure exactly which ones they are.
In the excitement, yeah, the Black Squadron's taken 2 crits. If it performs an action, then it has to roll an attack die, take damage.
Okay, I'm not even sure. I have no idea which one that one is.
I haven't memorized them yet, Dion. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Neither have I.
It's in Polish. And he also has another problem.
So, no. Just all the issues. Some pilot therapy after this game. Alrighty, so 2 forward there. He's not going to have a shot with the Black Squadron.
Now, the only Ruthless I think we've seen all game was initially on the first engagement.
It happened here, too.
Oh,
it did happen. He gave a damage to the shuttle.
So he's only used it twice. But it's like the crack shots in the last game. It's you got to do it in clutch moments.
Yep.
Oh, man. Where's Suntir going?
Hopefully, I mean, probably wants to go hard.
Is he going to blow up?
Console fire? It looks like an eyeball.
Yeah, if he does the action, if he does an action, he rolls a die. On a hit or a crit, he takes a damage.
Okay.
Would you have taken a 50-50 chance of going boom right there? He's got no shot. I guess he's going to get shot by the
back arc.
By the shuttle. Disrespect, kill yourself. You can't kill me, I kill me.
For that, you just go 5 straight and get out.
Oh, man, Suntir.
All right, so the crit, whatever it is face down now. It's face down because I think it only happens 1 time.
Yeah.
Boost,
but number 1 still has a target lock on him, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just,
it's trailing. It's trailing behind. It might be actually that's number.
It's number 2.
It's a 3, which
is the shuttle.
No, number 3 is this scimitar.
Okay.
Right in front, you can see the symbol at the
right. Their numbers don't match our numbers. Our numbers are fake news.
Right. 1 crit at range 3.
Oh, and a
hit crit.
Stressed Suntir.
We're missing some dice. There's 1 evade down there.
They're re-rolling it.
Got it.
That's a crit on Suntir.
Got it. So Lukasz making him re-roll it in the box.
No, I mean, who knows?
I guess here's the way I look at it.
The tables are not flat. There's stuff over there. It may have been
cocked.
May have been cocked. I imagine it probably was.
Okay, safe, no damage.
Ooh. Look at that. Decisive dials down right away. Lukasz knows where he goes. He wants to get as many rounds in as possible. He's got Suntir on 1. He's got Black Squadron on 1. He wants to take his lead and just pull it apart. Right? And remember, Juan isn't at 140. Juan is at 139.
139, yeah. So Lukasz is ahead.
Right, and the half points here are going to be affected by Ruthlessness.
Yes.
On the Black Squadron.
It's 1. Yeah.
Because that would round up to 14, and it's actually down at 13.
Right.
Right. So he's actually at 143.
143. Yep.
Shuttle going. Oh, that's exactly where the shuttle needs to go. Hopefully he can get a shot on the. He's hoping to get a shot on the Black Squadron.
You want to keep that arc just as wide as possible.
No, I mean, I don't think he can get a shot on that TIE Fighter.
But you got to try. He's got to try.
If he'd gone like a 1 forward or 1 back towards the board edge and been like, this is the last round, I'm going to point it at the board edge and just gamble on, like, it just, on stopping.
So you're saying on this way?
Yeah. So if he'd done a 1 forward and been like here and had an arc like this, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe he's hoping to get an extra round in there.
Let's see. No, yeah, clear it. maybe.
TIE Fighter's off the board?
His other one might have been You Bump, You Die.
Oh. All righty, so that TIE Fighter's gone. Okay. Let's go ahead and update.
Now that really slid things into Lukasz's favor.
Yep.
Oh my God, that must have been Stunt Pilot that I could not read.
Yeah.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in round 2.
Boost from Suntir out of arc. 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it's.
So I don't think anyone has a shot. Oh. He's barrel rolling for that range 1. I don't know if he's going to get a. There's no one in bullseye.
There's nobody in the bullseye. He's just trying to get a shot, see if he could take a bomber off the board here.
Boost, barrel roll, just roll naked dice and just pray. So that's Gamma 2. It's on 2 hull. It's a possibility.
No focus, just 1.
There's that evade.
Got it.
It always feels bad when the bomber rolls an evade.
That's right. Here's
Hit crit into Suntir.
Bomber back at it. I think that's going to be Suntir right there.
Game. Suntir good with a crit. Kaboom. 200 points for Lukasz. 139 for Jose. Wow. Wow,
yeah.
Dion. You know what?
Well, 156.
Sure.
Yeah.
Chat was right. At the beginning, they gave Lukasz a 72% chance of victory.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's crazy. Oops, I flipped these numbers here. Yeah, so Lukasz takes round 2, making him 2-0. Juan going down. What was that again? 156. I mean, yeah, it was a good game. You know, it was tense. I like these games where it ends up swinging back and forth. And I do want to remind you guys, when you look at the points here, all of the Ruthlesses that we watched today, Boba Fett's and Leia's, are free.
Yeah.
So you can have up to a 208-point list if you want it. You can have it.
Yeah.
Okay. So just make sure to be mindful of that. Just so there's less confusion.
Yeah. All right, Dion. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah. Sounds good. Now, as we do continue, rolling this out, I want to say thank you guys to everybody who's watching today. You guys are fantastic. Let's go ahead and pull up some stuff here. Boom. We have an exclusive coupon for you, code for you guys. If you guys didn't see this here, oops, it's cut off a little bit. Oh, my coupon. Where'd it go? There it is. So, our sponsor for today is Curled Paw Creatives. Thank you so much, Curled Paw, for supporting us all throughout this System Open series. And at the culmination here, we got 15% off for you guys. Go to curledpawcreatives.com. It'll redirect you to their Etsy site, or just search for them on Etsy. They got tokens, templates, all the things. You get 50% off, and it expires on Monday. So make sure you guys get that done. Thank you to our Twitch Prime subscribers, everybody who's clicked that button. You guys are fantastic. But most importantly, our biggest group of supporters that allows me to travel all around the United States and soon the world. We need, I think it was 3 more people to get signed up to try to get to one of these places. And we'll once we hit the goal, we'll figure out how we do it.
Send Dion overseas.
We'll make it happen. That's a ton of fun. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll probably be back up in about 10 minutes.
They're going around 15.
About 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's kind of do a recap on that game while I get a couple things set up here.
Oh wow, that was an incredible game. Lukasz came in, went real fast with the bombers. Came in, got flanked by Suntir and Vader. Now he performed. When I fly a lot of swarms, and when I tell people to attack the swarms, I tell them to come in at the 10 and 2 positions. The 10 and 2 positions are extremely important. You're going to dodge a whole bunch of shots, and you're going to be able to get in there, range 1, kill something, and then you're reducing the shots on you. So he got in, did that, deleted Major Reimer right off the hop, and then the bomber, not the bomber, sorry, Major Reimer is a bomber, but Jendon took a while to get back into the fight. The Scimitar chased the TIE around, came back in, and just the scrum, Lukasz just kept lining those shots and just kept shooting the proton torpedoes.
Yeah,
he just kept at it. That's what you need to do. The law of large numbers just says that it's going to swing back in your favor.
Yeah.
Attacking's better than defending.
Absolutely. And, you know, there's a couple turns where he took them off, and he decided, I'm gonna reload here and wait for my time, and it paid off.
Yeah.
It's absolutely huge. Thank you again to those players. And I had a couple people in the chat ask me, why did the quality of the stream change? Earlier, we actually were connected to the public Wi-Fi. It wasn't working. So as we've done in the past, we have mobile Wi-Fi, and we got a great signal right now. So thank you to everybody who supports us, because it's paying the phone bill.
and you know what? I'm shocked that the Wi-Fi is bad with 150 people pulling on it.
Surprise, surprise. All righty. So we'll be back here in a few minutes, and starting in round 4 today, we're going to start doing some subscriber and Patreon giveaways.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. We've got round 3 coming, but starting round 4, we're going to start doing some giveaways. So we'll be back.
Free stuff's good.